Hey, welcome to our channel. I'm Geetanjali, your math coach, and today we are going to learn Algebraic Expressions Part 5, Multiplication by Monomials. In this video, we will learn multiplication of monomial by monomial and then multiplication of monomial by polynomial by applying distributive law. So let's learn multiplication by monomials. Types of algebraic expressions. Here is a quick recap of important definitions and rules which you should know before moving to multiplication. But if you are following sequence of videos on algebraic expressions, you may skip this part and directly move to multiplication of monomials. So first of all, based on the number of terms in an algebraic expression, it can be of the following type: monomials, polynomials, binomials, trinomials. So first of all, you must know what are the monomials, binomials, trinomials or polynomials, because as you are going to multiply monomials, you must know what are the monomials. So an expression with only one term is called a monomial. For example, 15xy minus 3x 7x cubed. All these are monomials. How do you differentiate? In monomial, there is no plus or minus sign between the factors of any algebraic term. So here you can see 15xy. There is no plus or minus sign between 15x and y. All these are multiplied. Minus 3x. This is a negative term and minus sign is before 3. There is no plus or minus sign between 3 and x. Same with 7x cubed. So this is monomial. A binomial, an expression which contains two unlike terms, is called binomial. For example, 15xy minus 3x. So you can see this is the first term and this is the second term because there is one negative sign between these two. As soon as there is a plus or minus sign, you say these are two different terms. Here 3x squared plus 5x. These two are different terms. Same with this. Now the trinomials, an expression which contains three unlike terms, is called a trinomial. For example, 15xy minus 3x plus 10. You can see this is the first term, 3x is the second term and 10 is third term. There is a negative sign and there is a positive sign between them. Same you can see in these examples. Now the polynomial. In general, an expression with more than one terms with non-negative integral exponents of variables is called a polynomial. For example, 15xy minus 3x plus 2y minus 4z minus 10. This is a polynomial. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. If you observe the definition of polynomials carefully, you can see that binomials and trinomials both come in the category of polynomials. So in general, we have taken multiplication of monomials by polynomials. It covers multiplication of monomials by binomials as well as by trinomials, because the method of doing multiplication is same in all these cases. Now, laws of exponents. Well, these laws are very important because in an algebraic expression there are constants and variables. To multiply constant is simple, but to multiply variables, you need to follow laws of exponents. Of course, these laws are equally applicable for constants as well as variables. Whenever you apply these laws, first observe bases, because a few laws are applicable only when the bases are same. You can see multiplication rule, division rule. Here a raised to m, a raised to n. Base a is same over here. Same with the division rule. Base a is same over here. So you can go through all these laws carefully. If you have any difficulty in these, you may go through our video on laws of exponents, else you can just note down this table and wherever it is needed, you can follow the law which is applicable there. Now next is rules of adding positive or negative numbers. When you add two numbers, both the numbers may be positive, both the numbers may be negative, or both of them may be of different sign. So if both the numbers are of same sign, maybe both of them are positive or both of them are negative, you simply take their absolute values and add them. Then put the sign of the number. For example, if both the numbers are positive, put the plus sign before the result. If both the numbers are negative, put the negative sign before the result. If both the numbers are of different sign, one may be positive, other may be negative, by taking their absolute value, smaller number is subtracted from the bigger number. Sign of the bigger number will be the sign of the result. In this case, you cannot be sure what is going to be sign of the result. It totally depends on the value of the numbers. Next is rules of sign for multiplication and division. So first of all, using absolute values, multiply or divide as indicated, then follow the sign rules. And sign rule says if both the numbers are of same sign, maybe both are positive or both are negative. So whether you multiply them or divide them, the result is going to be positive. If both the numbers are of different sign, so in case of multiplication or in case of division, the result is going to be negative. Now finally, multiplication of monomials. To multiply two or more monomials, multiply their numerical factors, that is coefficients, and algebraic factors separately. A monomial multiplied by a monomial is also a monomial. So let's understand the process with the help of a few examples. We have to multiply the given monomials. First example is 5x squared should be multiplied with 8x squared. So what are the steps? First step, write the numerical factors, that is coefficient, and algebraic factors separately. So this is our question. So I will write this question first. It is 5x squared times 8x squared. And the first step is we have to write numerical factors and algebraic factors separately. So we will write numerical factors, that is 5 and 8. So we will write 5 times 8 because there is a multiplication sign between them, times these are the algebraic factors. So if I want to write, I can write this x squared as x times x, because what is the meaning of this exponent? Meaning of this exponent is that x is multiplied twice. So in short, we write that x squared. Similarly here, it is x squared. It means x is multiplied twice. So these are the numerical factors and these are the algebraic factors. Let's see the next step. Find product of numerical factors. Coefficient of product equals to coefficient of first monomial times coefficient of second monomials, and so on. It means there can be more than two monomials which you can multiply. So here we have two only, so we multiply their coefficients, that is numerical factors. 5 8s are 40. Now the third step is multiply algebraic factors. Algebraic factor of product equals to algebraic factor of first monomial times algebraic factor of second monomial, and so on. So here we have only x. How many times you have written x? It is 4 times. So in short, what we can write, that we can write x raised to 4. So we can also write this as 40x raised to 4. So this is product of these two monomials. So this is the method how we can do it. Now you can also apply law of exponent. Instead of writing it this lengthy, you can simply apply law of exponents over here. So this you can say is method 1. You can say this is method 1. So I have written this is method 1. In method 2, what you can do? Instead of writing it this lengthy, you can simply apply law of exponents over here. So first step is we will write numerical factors and algebraic factors separately. So we will simply write 5 times 8 times x squared times x squared. Now to multiply these two is simple. 8 5s are 40. Here bases are same, so you can apply law of multiplication, and that law you simply write base as it is and add the exponents. So you will write 2 plus 2 because the law says a raised to m times a raised to n gives you a raised to m plus n. So here we have applied same law, so we can write 40x raised to 4. So this way you can do it in short. So in the following examples, I will follow second method, that is I'll simply apply law of exponents. I will not follow method 1. This I just wanted to tell you in detail what is the process, actually what is going on in this question. That's why I have followed method 1 here. But from the following examples, I am going to follow method 2. Now example 2. 15a square b cube times minus 4x square y square. So we have to write numerical factors and algebraic factors separately. So first I will write question over here. So it is 15 a square b cube, this is our first monomial, times minus 4x square y square. This is our second monomial. I have put this parenthesis because this is negative sign. So now I have to follow first step over here. I will write separately numerical factors and algebraic factors. So numerical factor is 15 in this monomial and numerical factor is minus 4. Whenever you take numerical factor, you will take it along with its sign. So it is minus 4. 15 times minus 4. And we have to write algebraic factors now. So we will write a square b cubed and x square y square. So we have written numerical factors and algebraic factors separately. Now the second step, we will multiply numerical factor. So numerical factor is 15 times minus 4. You can see this is a positive number, this is a negative number. So here rule of signs will be applicable for multiplication of two numbers. As both the numbers are of different sign, the result is going to be negative. 15 fours are 60. So numerical factor or coefficient of the product is minus 60. Now the next step is we have to multiply algebraic factors. You can see here in algebraic factors there is no common base. Here the base is a, here the base is b, here it is x, here it is y. So you cannot apply law of multiplication of exponents over here. You will need to write everything as it is. So we will write a square b cubed and x square y square. We cannot simplify this further. This is the simplest form. So after multiplying these two monomials, this is our answer. Minus 60 a square b cube x square y square is our answer. Now next question, we have to multiply a square b with minus ab square. So first step is we have to write numerical factors and algebraic factors separately. Let me write this question first. It is a square b times minus ab square. So you can see there is no numbers written over here. When there is no number, it means 1 is multiplied over here. You can assume that 1 is multiplied over here and 1 is multiplied over here. So if I have to separate numerical factor and algebraic factors, I can write it numerical factor as 1 times minus 1 because I need to consider this sign. So it is 1 times minus 1. So we have written numerical factor and now we should write its algebraic factors. These are a squared b and ab squared. So we have written all separately. Now the next step is we have to find coefficient. So coefficient is 1 times minus 1, so it will become minus 1. And here to simplify this, you can see this a and this a is same. So you can write this as a square times a times, now I can write this b and this b square. So I'll write this b times b square. Why I've written like this? Because here you can see these two have same basis and these two have same basis. So here we can apply law of multiplication and here we can apply law of multiplication of exponents. So we can write minus 1 times a raised to 2 plus 1 because nothing is written over here. 1 time a is there, it means the exponent is 1. So I will write 2 plus 1. Then I'll take this b and I'll write this as b raised to 1 plus 2 because here nothing is written, so I'll consider 1 is written over here. So 1 plus 2, I will add their exponents to get final result. So finally after multiplying I will get minus 1. Minus 1 I can also write as negative a raised to 3 b raised to 3. So this is our answer. When we multiply a square b with minus ab square, our answer is minus a cube b cube. Now next question, minus 1 by 3ax times minus 6ax. So first step, we have to write numerical factors and algebraic factors separately. Before that, I'll write the question once again here. Minus 1 by 3 ax times minus 6 ax. Now here I have to write them separately. So its numerical factor is minus 1 by 3 times minus 6. So I have written their numerical factors. Now I will take their algebraic factors. So it is ax from here times ax from here. So I'll write these like this. Now in the second step, we have to multiply numerical factors. You can see this is negative, this is negative. So when we multiply two negative numbers, our result is positive. So 1 by 3 times 6, 3 2s are 6. So our answer is 2 for this. And here I will write a and a times x and x. This a came over here and x came from here. So I have written them. Now we have done multiplication of the coefficient. Now we need to do multiplication of algebraic factors. We will apply rule of multiplication. So we can write a 1 plus 1, or simply you can see a is written twice, so you can write a square times x 1 plus 1. So you can actually skip this step and directly write 2a square x square. So when twice it is written, it means it is a square. Twice it is written, it means it is x square. So you can skip this step and directly write this result. So this is your answer. When you multiply these two monomials, here this is your answer. Now next example, 7ab 3a square b square times root 2 a cube b cube. Now here we are multiplying three monomials. Whatever the number of monomials you are multiplying, rules are going to be same. So first step, we have to separate numerical factors and algebraic factors. So I'm separating them. So I will take 7, 3 and root 2. So I'll write 7 times 3 times root 2. And then I'll take their algebraic factors. It is ab from here, ab from here, a square b square from here, and a cube b cube from here. So I have taken them. Now the next step is we have to find product of numerical factors. So 7 times 3, 21, and root 2 will be written as it is. So it will be 21 root 2 because you cannot multiply root 2 with these. So you will write 21 root 2. And next we have to multiply algebraic factors. So first of all, I will separate them. So I'll write a. I'll take this a square. Why I am doing this? Because I want same bases together. And this a cube. So I got same bases together. Now I'll take b as a base. So it is b times b square times b cube. So we have written them separately. Now we will apply rule of multiplication of exponents. So it doesn't matter how many terms you are multiplying, rule will be same. So here 21 root 2 will be as it is. And here you can see a times a square times a cube. So we will write a. Nothing is written. It means it is 1. So it is 1 plus 2 because you need to consider this exponent as well. Otherwise you will miss out this a. So to consider this a, you need to write 1 for this, and 2 from here and 3 from here. Now I will write for b. So it will be b raised to 1 plus 2 plus 3. So law of exponent you can extend to any number of terms. So finally the answer is going to be 21 root 2 times a raised to 1 plus 2 3 plus 3 6, a raised to 6, same b raised to 6. So your answer is 21 root 2 a raised to 6 b raised to 6. So this is our answer. After multiplying these three monomials, I hope you must have understood how we can multiply monomials. What is important here is you must know law of exponent, you must know how to multiply numbers, and multiplication of monomials can be extended to any number of terms. Now multiplication of monomial by a polynomial. We multiply a monomial by a polynomial by applying distributive law. That is, we multiply monomial with each term of a polynomial. Always consider signs while multiplying. So what is distributive law? Distributive law means you are distributing something to everybody. So same here, when you have to apply distributive law, suppose there are three variables which can take any numerical values, and suppose you have to multiply this one variable with these two. So when you apply distributive law, you multiply this a with each term separately and write the sign between them, whatever is written here. For example, here a times b plus c. So you will write a times b and then plus sign because there was a plus sign here, and then a times c. So this is the distributive law over here. Instead of plus, if there is minus sign, the rule is same, only the difference of sign is here, because here you write the same sign whichever is given over here. So here you will take plus sign and here you are taking minus sign, but you are distributing this a with b and with c. So it's not necessary that there can be only two terms over here. There can be more terms over here. The law is applicable in the same manner everywhere. So let's see a few examples. We have to multiply the given monomials by polynomials. First example, 3x has to be multiplied with 5y plus 2. So we are going to apply distributive law. So to apply distributive law, first of all we need to multiply these two, then there will be a plus sign, then we are going to multiply these two. So first I will write 3x times 5y, because this 5y is over here. Now let me take with the separate color. So now I'm considering this 2. Now I need to write this sign. I'll write this sign, and this 3x will be multiplied with this 2 now. So you can write 3x times 2. So this way you have applied distributive law first. So after applying distributive law, you can see that this is like multiplying monomial and this is also like multiplying monomial. So here you are getting two terms, but the law which you apply to multiply these two will be same as multiplying two monomials. So first we will multiply these two numerical terms. So 3 5s are 15, and since they are different, so we will write x, y as it is. So we have multiplied these as we multiply monomials. Then we will take the second term and there will be plus sign between them and the second term. You can see there is no variable over here, so only numerical factors will get multiplied. So 3 2s are 6 times x. So this is your final answer. After multiplying this monomial by a polynomial, this is your answer. So you need to apply distributive law first, then in each term you multiply as if you are multiplying monomials. Let's take one more example. It doesn't matter how many terms are there inside this bracket. The rule is that this 3p will be multiplied with each term inside the parentheses. So I will write 3p times 4p square. I am taking this 4p square. Then I'll take this plus sign. Now I'm taking the second term inside this parenthesis, that is 5p. Now this 3p will be multiplied with this 5p. So you will write 3p times 5p. Next I'll take this plus sign now, and this 3p will be multiplied with this 7. So this will be written as 3p times 7. So here you can see there are three different terms, but each term you need to solve separately. So whenever you solve each term, you need to apply rules of multiplication of monomials. So you first separately multiply their numerical coefficients. So you can write 3 times 4 times p square, and here you need to write like 3 times 5 times p, and here you will take 3 times 7 times p. So numerical factors you multiply separately and algebraic factors you multiply separately. So 3 4s are 12, and p plus p square, it means we will apply law of multiplication. P raised to 1, we consider this 1, plus 2, this is 2. Now second, we'll take this as 5 3s are again 15, and p times p will give you p square, and 3 7s are is 21 times p. So we have written them. Now finally it's going to be 12 p raised to 3 plus 15p square plus 21p. So this is your final answer after multiplying this given monomial with a polynomial. Now let's take third example. We have to multiply minus 3abc with minus ab plus bc minus ca. Let's take that. So minus abc will be multiplied with all three terms inside the parentheses, and you have to be careful about these signs this time. So first of all, I am applying distributive law. So this minus abc will be first multiplied with minus ab, and the next term is bc, and there is a plus sign you can see. So I will write this plus sign, and this is negative abc. So I'll multiply minus abc with bc, and now the last term inside the parentheses, that is ca. But before that, this minus sign, so I'll write this minus sign over here, and this minus abc will be multiplied with ca. So we have written this. Now let's simplify them. So first term, this is a multiplication of monomials. So you can see these two negative signs. When two negative signs are multiplied, it becomes positive. So I have written this positive. Now this a will be multiplied with this a. Let me write that. A times this b will be multiplied with this b. I have written this b and this b. Now c is left, so I have written all of them. Then plus, this is negative, so product of these two is going to be a negative number. So here, let me take different color. So here you can see this is going to be negative because this is a negative number and this is a positive number. Product of one negative and one positive is going to become negative. So minus a times this b, and this b I will take b times b. Now I'll take this c and this c, so it will be c times c. So I have done multiplication of this term as well. Now I will take this last term. So minus, and here this is a negative number. You are multiplying that with a positive number. So result is going to be negative. Now it is a times a. So these two a I have written times, this is b, only one b, and this c times c. So let's simplify this further. This a and a will give you a square, and this b and b will give you b square, and this c will be as it is. Now this is a negative sign and this is a positive sign. This is negative multiplied with positive will give you a negative result. So here when you simplify, it will be minus a, this b and b will give you b square, this c and this c will give you c square. So this is your second term. Now the last term, here this negative and this negative, these two negative will give you a positive sign, and here a square, b, c square. So you have to be very careful about these signs when you multiply monomials by polynomials or monomials by monomials. So this is our final answer. A square b square c minus a b square c square plus a square b c square is our final answer after simplifying this example. Now let's take one more example. In this example, we have to multiply this monomial by this binomial. Binomial is a type of polynomial. We have already seen this definition. Now when we have to multiply this monomial by this binomial, we need to multiply each term of this binomial by this monomial. So let's do it. So I have to multiply this with this first. So I am taking this monomial along with its sign. It is minus 7x cubed y cubed. And we will take this first term of this binomial, so it will be minus 13, xy squared. So we have taken this term first. Now we will need to take second term, but before that we need to consider this sign. So I'll write this negative sign over here, and after that I have to multiply this with the second term of this binomial. So I'll write it minus 7x cubed y cubed. And since we have already used this negative sign over here, so we don't need to consider it once again, I'll take 15x squared y. So we have done the first step. In the second step, you can see in this term, when you have to multiply these two, you can apply the rules for multiplying monomials. So we will first separate their constants. So I'll take minus 7 because we take constants along with their sign, and minus 13 from here. And then we will write its variables. So here it is x cubed, y cubed times xy squared. So we have written this. Now this term, so I have written negative sign. I'll take this minus 7 as it is, and this 15. So we have separated constants. Now it's the turn of our variables. So x cubed y cubed times x square y. We have got this x square y from here. Now let's simplify it further. So these two are negative numbers. When we multiply two negative numbers, result is going to be positive. So it is going to be positive, and 13 sevens is 91. And I'm writing these variables separately because these two are same basis. So I can write it as x cubed times x. I can change their order because we can apply commutative law of multiplication over here to do it. So here y cubed along with y square I have written, and here we can write minus, and this is a negative number. When this negative number is multiplied with positive, answer is going to be negative. So it is 105. And here also I'm separating these. So I'll write x cubed times x square times y cubed times y. Now let's simplify it further. So I'm removing this plus sign. No need to write plus sign again and again. So I'll write this 91, and here bases are same. So I can write x raised to 3 plus 1 because this 1 will come from here, times these two. I can write y raised to 3 plus 2, and this negative when multiplied with a negative number, two negatives multiply will give you positive. So it will become positive 105. And here we'll take these two. So it will become x raised to 3 plus 2. 3 from here and 2 from here times y raised to 3 plus 1. 3 from here and 1 from here. So finally we get 91 x raised to 4 y raised to 5 plus 105 x raised to 5 y raised to 4, and this is our answer. When we multiply this monomial by this binomial, we get this answer. Let's take a word problem where we can use multiplication of monomials to form an equation and solve it. For example, width of the painting is 2 times its length. If it covers 18 square feet area on the wall, what are the dimensions of the painting? So first of all, you can see here that length is not given actually. There is a relation between length and width. So whatever is not given to you, it means it is a variable. So we may consider that length of the painting be x. So suppose the painting is of this shape because the width is double of the length. So it will look like this. This is the length of the painting and this is the width of the painting, which is double the length. So if we take length as x, its width is going to be double of it, that is 2x. Now if you observe that it is a rectangular shape, so as area of the painting is given, so we should apply formula of area of rectangle, and it is length times width. So it is given that area of the rectangle is 18. So length times width is going to be 18. Now we have taken length as x. So let's write that as x. And we have taken width as 2x. So let's write 2x in place of width. And there is a multiplication of these two. It means it is a multiplication of monomials. So you can apply formula of multiplication of monomials. So left side is an algebraic expression and right side it is 18. So it is an equation. Now we will multiply these two terms. So we can say x times 2x will give you 2x square, because x times x is x squared. So it is 2x square, and 2x square is equals to 18. Now we apply transposition rule to simplify this equation. X square is equals to 18 by 2, because this 2, when you take it to the right hand side of the equals to sign, this will go down over here. So it will be 18 divided by 2. So when you divide 18 by 2, you get 9. X square equals to 9. 9 can also be written as 3 square. So x square is equals to 3 square. Therefore, x is equals to 3. So this way you have got length, because x is the length. So length of the painting is 3 feet. We got this unit from here because the area is given square feet. So length will be in feet. So length of the painting is 3 feet. And the width is double the length. So it will be 2 times 3. So width will be 6 feet. So you have got length as well as width. That is the dimensions of the painting. So that's all for today. And here is the summary. Link of all the related videos are given in the description. So if you don't have clear idea about fundamental concepts like laws of exponent or sign rules or distributive law or transposition rules, you may go through those videos and brush up your concepts. And in the summary, an expression with only one term is called a monomial. To multiply two or more monomials, multiply numerical factors, that is coefficients and algebraic factors separately. To multiply monomial by polynomial, we apply distributive law, which is given over here. So if you have any queries or ideas that you would like us to present, please leave the comment below. Check out our other videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like it, please don't forget to subscribe.